Siddesh, you can start.
Yes,
Just
so my topic is equation of line. So let's start with how
just
actually
a
lines
second.
in 3D.
Just a second. Let me ping you.
Okay.
Just a second. Huh?
My topic is equation of line, and so let's start with how lines actually look in 3D space. So in this diagram, considering the line L through the point P, whose coordinates are x naught, y naught, and z naught, which is parallel to the vector V given below that line. Uh, that is there. And so the line L consists of point Q, which has coordinates x, y, z. So P and Q points make vector PQ, which is parallel to PV. So now PQ vector's coordinates will be equal to x minus x naught, comma y minus y naught, and z minus z naught. So now, as we know, PQ is parallel to V. So we can take multiply V by any scalar like t, and then it will become x minus x naught comma y minus y naught comma z minus z naught is equal to vector pq, which can also be written as tv is equal to tv, and then coordinates can be written as ta comma tb comma tc. So when we rewrite this equation, we can take t outside and write abc. T can be common for that. So this is basically what lines in 3D space is like. So now solving for the vector xyz will give us this equation xyz is equal to x naught y naught z naught plus t abc if we shift it to the right side. Now setting r is equal to xyz, and then r naught will be equal to those x naught y naught z naught, and we will be equal to what it was before abc. Then we can get vector equation of line. Now let's see in detail about vector equation of line in 3D space. The vector equation of line in 3D space is given by r is equal to r naught plus tv, according to the diagram above, where r naught is equal to x naught y naught z naught, which is a vector whose components are made of the points x naught y naught z naught on the line L, and v vector which is parallel to that abc, and they are the components of a vector. Now we'll see parametric equation of line in 3D space. The parametric equation of a line L in 3D space is given by x is equal to x naught plus ta, y is equal to y naught plus tb, and z is equal to z naught plus tc, where x naught, y naught, z naught is a point passing through the line, and v is equal to abc, which is a vector again parallel to that line which we saw in the diagram. And that v vector is called the direction vector for the line L, and its components abc are called the direction numbers. Now let's see symmetric equations of a line in 3D space. The symmetry equation of a line L in 3D space are given by x minus x naught by a is equal to y minus y naught by b is equal to z minus z naught by c, where x naught, y naught, z naught is a point passing through the line, and v is equal to abc vector that the line is parallel to. The vector v abc, uh, the vector v abc is called the direction vector for the line L, and its components a, b, and c are called the direction number, which we saw before also. Now this is one example for what we just saw in short. So we have to find the parametrics and symmetry equations of the line through the points given 1 2 comma 1 comma 2 comma 0 and minus 5 comma 4 comma 2. So first of all, we have to find this equation of line in 3D space. We must have at least one point on the line and a parallel vector, which we saw we have in the diagram. So we already have 2 points, one line. So we have at least one. To find a parallel vector, we can simplify just use the vector that passes between the two given points, which will also be on the line. That is, if we assign the point P 1 2 1 comma 2 comma 0 and Q minus 5 comma 4 comma 2, then the parallel vector V will be given by PQ vector, which is minus 5 minus 1, 4 minus 2, and 2 minus 0. So the final coordinates will be minus 6 comma 2 comma 2. Now recalling that the parametric equation of a line are given by x is equal to x naught plus ta, and y is equal to y naught plus tb, and z is equal to z naught plus tc. We uh, we can use either point p or q as our point on the line x naught comma y naught comma z naught. Now we choose the point P here and assign the values to that, like 1 comma 2 comma 0. The terms A, B, and C are components of parallel vector, which we just found out above. V is equal to minus 6 comma 2 comma 2. Hence A will be equal to minus 6, B will be equal to 2, and C will be equal to 2. So now the parametric equation will become x is equal to 1 plus t into minus 6, y is equal to 2 plus t into 2, and z is equal to 0 plus t into 2. So finally it will become x is equal to 1 minus 6t, y is equal to 2 plus 2t, and z is equal to 2t. So now to find the symmetry equation, we can solve each parametric equation for the value of t, which we will get like this: t is equal to x minus 1 by minus 6, t is equal to y minus 2 by 2, and t is equal to z by 2. And then we can just equate them. They are same t values. So that's all for me. Now equation of
Uh,
plane will be explained by Neeraj.
yeah, just a second, Neeraj. Siddesh, you all have explained everything in terms of vectors, right? Can you
Yes,
just
ma'am.
tell me what will be the equation of line, how a line will look in 3D with the help of planes?
You mean diagrammatically?
Yes, diagrammatically, geometry.
Uh, just
Uh, Not in vectors, not in vectors form. Suppose now you can see here planes are there.
yeah.
Show that diagram. Planes are there. So what is a line? Which of this represents a line? Anyone? Any axis is a line?
X axis, y axis, and z axis.
Correct. So what? How will you represent that algebraically?
Uh,
With the help of planes. Yes, Neeraj, can you help him out with the help of planes?
मॅम
How will?
ते इंटरसेक्शन म्हणून पण सांगू शकतो का आपण लाईनचं.
Absolutely right. That's what we are going to use when we are using it for our concepts of sphere and cylinder or any plane. We are going to use it as intersection of two planes. Can you see XOZ plane
yes, ma'am.
and XOY plane?
Yes, ma'am. The down one.
So yeah. So what is the intersection of these two planes?
Origin.
Point is origin, but there is entire line x-axis, na?
Yeah, x axis will be the intersection, and point
Okay.
will be origin. Yeah.
Correct. So that's why all entire x-axis is actually common. So how do we represent a line in 3D for with the help of planes? First equation of first plane, comma equation of second plane. What I think so, Neeraj is going to explain ahead.
Yeah, equation of
And
plane. Neeraj is going
yeah.
to explain.
So if you know this, what will be the equation of x-axis? Line x-axis. Just now, whatever I explained to you, with the help of that, can you tell me what is the equation of x-axis?
Y square plus z square is equal to r square.
Equation of line x-axis.
Oh,
That was about yeah. That
cylinder.
was
That was about
about
cylinder.
cylinder. I want equation of line. Which line I'm talking about? X-axis. X-axis is the intersection of XOY plane and XOZ plane and XOY plane. So
Yes.
what will be that equation? Can anybody other students also you can tell, huh? Not a problem. Who can tell this?
X plus lambda.
X plus what? X plus lambda.
Yeah, ma'am.
X plus lambda. Equation of the line. It should be equation first of all. Huh? X plus lambda is incomplete. Okay. Once.
I want to say that x is equal to x0 plus lambda. X0 might be any point, and lambda into directions.
How will you represent with the help of this equation the point 100? Are you getting what I'm trying to ask? I want to ask you, how will you represent algebraically equation of a line? Rather, and that line is nothing but x-axis. So let Neeraj complete his plane concept and then I'll tell you. Go ahead. Neeraj, continue.
Ma'am, actually, I have not taken the equation of plane with the help of line. I've taken that from perpendicular vector and point method.
Okay, fine. You go ahead. I'll tell you what's the relation between them. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So here we have for the plane, we need a point that is on the plane and a normal vector which is perpendicular to the plane. So we can write the equation of plane by uh, a into x minus x naught plus b into y minus y naught plus c into z minus z naught is equal to 0, where x minus x naught, sorry, a x naught plus b y naught plus c z naught can be represented as d, and the whole equation can be rewritten as ax plus by plus cz is equal to d. So d is basically constant term in the plane. This form is called as standard form. So here we can see that we have here x, y, and z axis and origin. We have a point on the plane P and P naught, and the uh, vector which represent P is r bar and P naught is r naught bar. So the vector P naught P can be written as r bar minus r naught bar. So with the help of point P and normal vector n, we can write the equation of plane. So
What is N?
we are
What is
n
N?
is a normal vector which is perpendicular to the P naught vector.
Okay.
We have an example. We have given a point P 1 comma 6 comma 4 that lies on the plane, and the plane containing line 1 plus 2t, 2 minus 3t, and 3 minus t. So from the line, we can get one point that lies on that line, which is 1 comma 2 comma 3, as we know. And the direction vector of the line is plus 2, minus 3, and minus 1. So from the point P and Q, we can find a vector PQ, which will be 0, minus 4, and minus 1. So basically Q minus P we did here. To find the normal vector, we can find a cross product with the direction vector of the line and uh, the vector which lies on the line. So it will give uh, us the normal vector of the plane. So we did the cross product here and we got vector 1 comma minus 2 comma 8. So we have now a normal vector and one point that lies on the plane. So we can write the equation of plane with the help of it. So x minus 1 minus 2 into y minus 6 plus 8 into z minus 4 will be equal to 0. And solving that, we'll get x minus 2y plus 8z is equal to 21. Uh, we can also write a plane with the help of 3 points that lies on the plane. The points are given as minus 1, 2, 1, 0, minus 3, 2, 1, comma 1, comma minus 4. So we can find any two vectors that lies on the plane. So we have find here PQ and PR. So the normal vector can be found using the cross product of PQ and PR, and then we'll have one point and one normal vector, and then we can write the equation of plane by using that. So basically we did here is first find the cross product and put the cross product vector in the equation of plane. So
Yeah,
simplifying the,
Yes.
yeah.
From this, what are the coefficient of that x, y, z?
Coefficient of the xyz will be the coefficient of the normal vector.
What do you mean by coefficient of the normal vector? How we have represented the line in the previous advanced math activity L1, M1, N1 or A1, B1, C1, which was written now.
Yes.
Those are these numbers. Those are the direction ratios of the normal.
Yeah, direction ratios of the normal. Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, direction ratios of the normal is going to be the coefficient of x, y, z in the equation of plane. And that's
Yes.
why that general equation which he has written, Neeraj has written, ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to
Plus
0.
D.
Yeah, is equal to 0. That a, b, c are the direction ratios of the normal to the plane, and d is the distance of the plane from origin. Is that clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Are the students? Ax plus by plus cz
Yes,
plus d
ma'am.
is equal to 0. If it represents equation of plane, then ABC are the direction ratios of the normal. He has shown this. He has taken the cross product to find the normal vector, and then ABC are the coefficients of xyz, which are the direction ratios of the normal, and d is the distance of that plane from the origin. Fine, that's what we are going to use. Yes, go ahead, Neeraj. Next part.
Next part will be explained by Shivam.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Neeraj. So we have so my topic is to calculate the length of the perpendicular from a given point to the plane. So before starting that, we all know that the shortest distance between any two objects, that is suppose a plane and a plane, or a plane or a line, or a plane or a point, is the perpendicular distance between them. That is the shortest distance that someone can take. So you will so in this you will study that you can calculate the shortest distance of a point from a plane using two different methods, that is the vector method and the Cartesian method. So the next point, next slide. Okay, so in the vector method, first I will tell you the equation of a plane passing through a given point and perpendicular to a given vector. So we represent it like this. So here n is the normal vector and a is the position vector. So the equation will be uh, r dot n is equal to a dot n. So when we try to determine the perpendicular distance using this, the length of the perpendicular from a given point having position vector a on the plane r dot n is equal to p is, so distance d, so there the in the numerator there will be a scalar product and we take the mod of it, as the length is always positive, and we divide it by the normal vector, magnitude of the normal vector, so we get the distance. This is how we get the distance of the perpendicular in vector method. So there is also another method. I think this is a more easy method than the vector method, the Cartesian method. In this, r is equal to, so we take the normal vectors, normal vector, r vector, and the a vector, and we form an equation of a plane, that is ax minus x1 and plus b y minus y1 plus cz minus z1 is equal to 0. This will be the equation. This is the same equation as the vector form, but we have written it in the Cartesian coordinates. Here the direction ratios are a, b, c, and we can also write it in direction cosines. We all know that we can take the direction cosines as lmn. So x minus x1 l plus y minus y1 m plus z minus z1 n is equal to 0. This is the same equation as the above one. So when we determine the perpendicular length of the perpendicular from Cartesian method, we have to simply take the direction ratios of the plane, that is ABC, and any point x1 y1 z1, and then d is equal to ax1 plus by1 plus cz1 plus d upon the root of a square plus b square equals c square, and again we have to take the mod as length is always positive. So we will take a example for this. So we have to find the distance between a given plane 2x plus 4y minus 4z minus 6 is equal to 0, and the point is 0, 3, 6, that is m. So we the distance when we find the distance between any two plane or point, as I have told earlier, it will always be the perpendicular distance, as it is the shortest distance. So to find this, we have we have seen in the previous slide that ax plus by plus cz plus d is equal to 0. That is the equation of plane. So by seeing that, we can take that a is equal to 2, b is equal to 4, c is equal to minus 4, and d is equal to minus 6. And then we put it in the previous formula, that is d is equal to ax plus by plus cz plus d upon root of a square plus b square plus c square. So we put the values over here and we get the answer as 3. So this is the distance of the point from the plane. That is, as this is the distance between the two, it will is also the length of the perpendicular. That is, the length of the perpendicular is 3. So that's it
Okay.
from my side. Thank you.
Nice presentation, all three of you all.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes.